That's exactly what IQ for H2 does for the BrainDrip team as we look at the regulatory hurdles. And it all comes down to understanding your product at a high level of detail and then backing that up with data, right? So there's test programs that we need to do. We need to understand codes and standards as well as the interpretation of those. As Cory mentioned before, we don't always fit into a specific bin, right? And so we have to understand what regulatory compliance is going to be, where we need to have engineering justification, and where we need to backfill that with data. Now, when we're talking about new technologies and hydrogen, it becomes even more complex, right? There's a lot on the pipeline side, on the energy storage side that's up to interpretation, and that's where you need systems integrated in your product or integrated in your ecosystem to really prove out significant safety advantages of your system. And that's really where our product, where we have integrated sensors and health and risk monitoring that's active all the time, whether it's our energy storage product or our pipeline product, we have these embedded sensors. And Cory leads our effort on our health and risk monitoring system. So I'm going to pass it over to Cory to give you all a little bit more details on what that actually looks like from the technical side.
Yeah, so on regulatory topic, it's all about confidence and assurance, right? It's making sure that you have proven that your system is safe, both from a design standpoint as you go to implement it into a new product application, into a new market, but then also maintaining that level of safety throughout the lifetime of the product. So there's kind of two pieces there that are really prominent. And so as Mike mentioned, having innovation in that space is really critical, especially on storage, because we're talking about storing massive quantities of flammable materials, right? And so it's important to all across the hydrogen chain to have integrated safety and place that as a high level, but it's particularly true on storage systems because of the amount of mass that's stored in these segments of the system. So we've got, as Mike mentioned, a significant innovations in our integrated health and risk monitoring system that really accompanies both of the SG Liner product and the Gigavault energy storage systems. So our composite product is perfect for this integration. We use distributed fiber optic sensing for health monitoring of both the product for both pipeline applications and storage applications, and also evaluation of third-party threats to the system. So we continuously monitor those systems at a sub-meter scale resolution for things like strain and temperature, which allows us to capture any anomalies that may occur, pinpoint potential events such as leaks. We talked about leaks, or the question about leaks was asked. And so this type of system helps us capture those before they become of significance, right? And so due to this sophistication of this health and monitoring system and the continuous nature of the safety evaluation and that deep level of integration, it's a great tool for meeting requirements such as on the pipeline side in the United States, like PHMSA requirements and obligations on that side of things.